Our own Jake Boswell and Michael Gossam were working on that faithful day 1 year ago. They're standing by in the Sky Dome where the sinkhole actually opened up and swallowed those cars. So guys, it looks a lot different there now than it did a year ago. Is there anything left to kind of commemorate the cave?
Andrea, the Sky Dome certainly does look a lot different than it did a year ago. Construction workers have done quite a bit. A lot of memorabilia in form of cars taken out of here. Now, I know something you wouldn't think would be a big piece of an item, but Jake, you've got a little something here that people can buy too.
Yeah, last year the dirt inside the sinkhole was probably worth about $0, but I'm actually holding a vial right now of that dirt, and they're selling it inside the gift shop for around $10. Now, obviously, that shows how big of a deal the sinkhole was last year and still is to this day. Now, Michael, last year I was here early in the morning. You were here in the afternoon. A couple workers in the Corvette Museum actually saw the sinkhole in the morning, but media members did not get to see it until the afternoon, and you were one of those first people.
I know. We were called to a press conference, and Wendell Strode was delivering some comments, and then he told us that we're going to go back and see the sinkhole. And, of course, all the media, there was quite a murmur, and we came back here and captured the first pictures, you know, that we could disseminate to our viewers across the area. Of course, a lot of media was here, and it was a sight to see that sinkhole. We'd heard about it, but when we saw that big hole, certainly was something to see. Now, while we were the first media to get back here, we were not the first person. I know you talked to that one. Yeah,
that's right. Betty Hardison was actually the first person. She works at the Corvette Museum. I talked to her last year and today. That memory is still with her. It's something that's going to be forever.
It wasn't the first time Betty Hardison had been woken up.
My phone rang, and it was an alarm company.
And asked to head into work at the National Corvette Museum a little early to check things out.
I've been up here before and nothing going on.
But this time, it wasn't a false alarm. It was something big.
Their grandson was standing right there at Christmas time.
A moment that would stay with her forever.
It just brings chills to you.
Hardison works in the archive section of the museum.
And up there is our backup set.
But that day, in a very different manner, she was the first person to witness history.
When I walked into the Sky Dome, it was full of what I thought was smoke because you could smell gas and oil.
She says the room was very dark, but the feeling under her feet and above her head left no doubt in her mind about what was going on.
You could still hear the walls collapsing. You could feel the floor shaking. And it was just very uneasy feeling.
After calling 911, firefighters took over. For many, the sinkhole has become the first reason why they come to the museum, and they all want to hear from the woman who will be forever linked to the collapse.
They usually tell them, you know, that I was the first one here, and they'll come in and talk to me and want their picture made with me. Can you autograph this for me? You know, and I think, what?
It was great talking to Miss Hardison today, and though it was very scary for her last year, she's still finding some humor in it. She says whenever she called the fire department last year and told them the floor collapsed, they didn't believe her. But whenever they got a chance to come in the Sky Dome for themselves and see it, the first thing they did was find Miss Hardison and apologize, something she's still laughing about today.